Oh, it's kind of dark. See if we can get a little light, background light. That didn't really work too much. Actually, to say nothing. Okay. Anyway, forget that. So let's start it out with this little one.
Once we've talked about the religious and the secular points here, look at the social aspect of America, what we've turned into as a culture. And isn't it exactly what the Jesuits wanted? No faith whatsoever, a total group of people who live, the high life, watching TV, entertainment, pornography. It goes on and on and on. And what that does is it keeps you away from the important things in life. I just wanted you to comment about their social aspect, the social plan they have.
Exactly. They've used their Supreme Court to legalize pornography, to legalize forced race mixing, which is completely unbiblical. They've used it to exalt the female to an equal level as a man, which is really female supremacy now. You don't believe me? Just watch what happens when you get a divorce and see who gets what. They have completely reversed everything. They have destroyed our monetary system. We have no wealth. We can't save a dime. They've given us they've destroyed our domestic manufacturers. They've destroyed our small businessmen that was the basis for all of our jobs and having fine American products. It's one damnable thing after another. And so the people think, who cares? There's nobody who cares. Give me another shot of whiskey, or give me another hit on that joint, or let's go do an 8-ball. And so as a result of all this depression, that's the practical solution. But the practical solution, when you embrace the Word of God, is it doesn't matter how dark it is. Because no matter how dark it is, the Lord's still on the throne. He still has all power in heaven and earth, and He can intervene and answer your prayers. And when He does that with a host of people, things start to happen.
Yeah, and I think you're, just so people know you a little bit.
Okay, so let's get into the Bible applications. So I just toyed around a little with logos, and it's just so slow, and a lot of the sources I can get in other places. Now, of course, if I had paid for sources, that might not have been the case, but it's, yeah. So this is like the 95 Theses of Martin Luther. They seem to have them, and you can download that for free. But I think I have that on other places in regards of free. And the problem is this application is just slow, And actually, it seems like I don't even have all the text in the... Actually, it doesn't seem, I'm missing some text, it seems. Let's see if I can turn it around. Okay. That doesn't seem so good. I guess the Latin is over to the right, but I seem to have some difficulty actually doing anything with it. I guess I can see the English. Just weird that I can't really do anything. Anyways, I looked into this, and this loading thing. I'm even offline at this moment, and it needs to load. If you go down here and just sit there, and and then begins to say, at some point. Let's see if we can get it to do it again. Okay, there we go. So, and it's like, okay, it's loading. And it is very slow now. Even I'm video recording now, so of course that would make it a little slower, but overall it's just it feels heavy and slow. These are the Theses. 1, our Lord and Master Jesus Christ, when He said, "Penitentia agit," willed that the whole life of believers should be repentance. Number 2, this word cannot be understood to mean sacrament penance. I do wonder in regards of where he actually talks about. There must be something. Well, maybe it's the I don't know. In any case. But overall, Logos, I don't have any things that I have bought from Logos, and it's slow, and it's just the resources that I can get from, and many of the resources you actually need to be on the internet to actually be able to use for free. And there's no need to have a program that is slow and bulky, and again, don't really have any resources that I couldn't get from any other application. So I'll delete that. So that's one less to update and all that. Then of course I have My Sword Bible. That's the that's the best application there is to Android. So if you want the, I think the best. Now of course it's not open source and all that. And Bible, Bishop, and Bible Time are open source. And I think Bible Time is on Linux. I can't remember of the two others, but they are all open source. I think there's if you're going on Linux, there is one primary program that pretty much beats them all, if I remember correctly, called Xphos or something like that. I think it means sword in Greek or something like that. That seems to be the best Linux application there is if you're on Linux, but as far as my experience goes. But Bible Time is also found on Linux. I think Exos or Ixos, something like that. See if we can find it actually, so you know what I'm speaking about. It's like Xphos, like this, Linux, or Linux. I think it actually also go by Windows, so I think I actually might be able to. I think it actually. I can't remember if it's also portable. It might actually be portable as well, and you probably would be able to get some sources that is not in the Word, which I primarily do use on Windows. Let's see if we can. I think it actually is for Windows as well. There we go. Download Windows, Ubuntu, Fedora, Slackware. So again, it's for Linux and Windows, and you pretty much have access to all the sources that is freely available out there, that you also have available in these three programs: and Bible, Bishop, and Bible Time. The only reason why I have all three is that Bishop is pretty much where you have a parallel, where you can have up to 3 Bibles parallel. I think that they made an update, and this does still run very smoothly. It's very smooth, but they have made it like you need to push up here to get the menu, instead of just in the past you could just get the menu from the left. I have no idea why they would I need to click twice instead of just clicking once. That seems stupid, that doesn't make sense to me. Maybe, what is this? This is just, but you could get that from the menu in the past. So apparently there's, so again, I don't get that. I don't get that why they would, fix this thing up here. In the past you could just, take it out from there. So actually, maybe I should actually look for the older version, because I don't know. But it's just an annoying thing, when it actually worked pretty good, and why make it? Why do you need to do it twice? So you can see the LITV and the YLT down here, and this one are the 2 literal translations of the Bible from 2 people, also using the name Jehovah. And you even have the ESV 2011 for free. You have some Danish versions, but that's primarily for the Danish. You have the Geneva. One thing was also nice with this program is that you have the Geneva. You can run like a commentary assist. And one commentary that I would have, if anything, it would be the Geneva, because it seems Satan didn't like the Geneva in regards of the translations note and so forward, and and they were taken out in some sense. It was the first study Bible of the Protestants, and but you can then go on and you can see the notes to the right, and then I haven't really used it that much, but it would be interesting in regard to the book of Daniel and the book of Revelation, just to get a view into how the Protestants actually looked at things. And it's, again, the program is very, very smooth. Even if I'm recording and the program is just, so responsive. It's like quick. Again, I don't understand this menu at the top, because it wasn't there before. And again, I think you just did like this, and then the menu would come. Now you need to push twice. It's just why I don't know. I don't understand why, because it was functioning pretty good. Also, the image in the beginning, I don't know in regards to that image, it's low resolution and all that, and it worked before that, so not sure why they would insert that either, but whatever. It's free, it's still working, and so forward. I think these are some of the Samaritans versions that I have here. Let's see, go to Bibles. There we go. But I guess it's a work in progress. The Samaritans Pentateuch. Now again, I don't know enough Hebrew to actually be able to, maybe if I take Genesis 1, then I... Bereshit bara Elohim et hashemayim ve'et ha'aretz. Ve'ha'aretz hayita tohu vavohu. Ve'rosech, I think, al penei tahum ve'ruach Elohim marefet al penei ha'mayim. Again, it's also in regards to, looking at it and, using the memory as well, and, and some of it, and it's, it's not easy. Vayomer Elohim yehi or vayhi or. Vaya Elohim et haor kitov. Vayavdal, I think, Elohim bein haor. Uvein ha-rosech. So again, it's not easy without the nekuts. I don't have any nekuts, and thereby you need to insert the nekuts for yourself, and that's a long way for me in regards to the Hebrew and all. But it's going forward, but it's moving slowly. Same with the Greek, but the letters at least. Any case, as you can see, Young Literal's translation from 1898 and Green's literal translation, and it can be a little weird to read, but these are literal translations. I'm not sure how much they will be of any value actually, but they're free in this program if one wants them. And if you go to Genesis 2, you can see number 4. You can see the name Yehovah being inserted in both of these versions. Now they didn't, in regards of God, it's actually plural. It should be over here, Elohim, it's plural. They translated singular, so I'm not sure how literal that actually is. But if one wants to compare or something like that, this program is, pretty good to that. Wouldn't probably not run the Samaritan. Oh, I'm just getting... see if we have the Hebrew, or maybe I didn't install the Hebrew because I have it on others. But it would actually be nice to see the Masoretic text side by side. I have the King James Version. That's one way as well. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished. So you have and it works really good, and it's very smooth, and it's. The problem with this application is that you can download pretty much all the sources that they have, but the application might not actually be able to use it. So it's kind of a little weird to you have all these sources that, you know, Bible.org, Crosswire Attic, Crosswire Beta, Crosswire Wycliffe, and so forth. And pretty much Xforce, that's in regards to that program that I talked about. In regards of Linux, so you have all the things, you know, that you could download. The problem is that not everything can be used in the application, you know. So it would be nice if they actually removed those sources that you couldn't, that you couldn't use with the application. They have done that in AntBible. So AntBible is you know, one. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Oh no! It's going bad at the moment. Come on. Oh, come on. Give me a break. How do I actually... There we go. That was bad. So AntBible uses the same sources, but at least they only take the sources that they know apparently work with the application. So if one goes on here... Did we, by the way, look at all the sources in regards to the other applications? Let's see here. What do I have here? I have the Danish, ESV, Geneva, JPS, that's the Jewish translation, LETV, and OSHB, SP, SPE, SPVAR, and these three are, the SPs are Samaritans, and the YLT and the English King James Version. Not sure why I would have, well, I guess, because I have it other places, but I guess in regards of having it to, and it would maybe also be a good idea to actually install the Masoretic text as well. That would be one of the primary, just to see. But anyway, so AntBible have sources that the other program doesn't have, yet there are some sources that it's not available to download and so forward. So again, of course it would be nice with one application that actually did it all, but let's see here. Seems to be loading apparently. Please wait. Okay, maybe I should. Okay. Yeah, that's not really good. Not sure what is waiting for, but maybe we should try Bible Time then. Bible Time was pretty much of these three open source programs, Bible Time was pretty much the slowest of the three. And it actually had another version as well, which is not in regards to the mobile, that was actually worse, but Bible Time Mobile has been updated and it is running better than it was in the beginning. And you can pretty much download everything with this one. The problem is it's slow and it's it was at least unstable, and I think it's still somewhat unstable. So but it has absolutely become better than in the beginning. You know, it's much more smooth than it was in. Actually, it's actually going pretty good. But in the beginning, it was really. So they really have optimized this and changed things and all that, and they changed the themes as well, it seems. But if I remember correctly, you pretty much have everything that you can download in the download. Where's the download window? Concord, Bibles, Coptic. I think all the sources is pretty much from them. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems a little weird in regards to how was it that it worked. Here we have the maps. Or maybe this is what I have installed, or I'm not entirely sure. You know, I haven't used it that much because of it's being slow and unstable, but it did have some sources that was again not available on the others. It seems to work a little different than it usually did. It seems to actually have changed a lot of things in the application. Here we have new window. Okay, let's just try Bible here, whatever. Okay. Well, at least they have made it much more smoothly. I would then just need to figure out how it actually works. That's a problem. Where did I... there was in regards of downloading new sources. Let's see. Manage installed documents, that is. Okay. They still have a lot of things to work on in the application, but as you can see, you have Bible.org, you have Crosswire, Crosswire Attic, Crosswire Beta, Crosswire Wycliffe, Deutsche Bildgesellschaft or something like that, EBT, iForce or ReForce, maybe ReForce, I'm not sure, eBible.org. So if you remember, you have pretty much all the sources, all the books that is found in these places is found there. And now we have some unstableness, it seems. Okay, there we go. But absolutely, it has absolutely become better than in the beginning, because it was, very slow in the beginning. They still have some, if I remember correctly, I think they still have that issue. If you're choosing a book, which seems to be in regards to this, they don't remove the things that you don't have. Like, for example, Coptic there's nothing Coptic, there's nothing English, there's nothing Gex or something like that. There's nothing Greek, there's nothing Hebrew, there's nothing there's a Latin there, and an ML. But why have these things that you don't have anything in? You have it other places, like here I have Bible, Geas, for example, Coptic, English, GX and so forward. But then when you go to like GX in books here, nothing, and in Coptic, nothing. Why would you still have those in the, over here? I guess this probably will be something they might remove, hopefully in the future, because why, misuse time in regards of looking into, why have all these when there's, one of them there's something in it, but the rest there's nothing. Well, if there's nothing in them, why show them in the program? That doesn't make sense. So, but if I remember correctly, you can pretty much install everything, but it's free, and they really have done, they have made it a lot more smoothly, and it has some interesting sources that is not available other places. It has a huge collection of Martin Luther, for example, freely available. But they really have been working on that, and last time I checked it, I think they had changed something. It seems like they have changed again. So that has absolutely become a lot better than it was in the beginning when I first installed it. Then we have An Bible, and I don't know if the other app. Oh, we still have problems with that. Let's try to restart it. I don't know if Bible Time could actually replace An Bible. I'm not entirely sure about that. But again, it would be nice just having one application for all those resources, free resources. But what there is here is, and I'm not sure if that is, I think it also is in the other application, and here we have where it only shows the one that you actually have of documents, if I remember correctly. I have the Malayalam, Coptic as well, and in any case, these are other languages that I have no idea of, but books and English. Let's see if we have. No. Yeah, there we go. Look at this. You have the whole of Josephus' complete work for free. Now I haven't used it that much, but it's free. It's I did read. I just need to get to the bottom of it. I'm not sure I don't think there's actually an easy way to maybe like, nope. But the last one I read in regards of Hades, concerning Hades, I think I read it all, but that's actually an interesting thing in regards to Jesus in this. But I think I read it all. But I might be wrong. Maybe I didn't get through it all. But I think I did. And really, I can't remember what it's actually talking about. It's not always, the memory. I'm not sure if I actually have it over here. It should be the same sources. So it should actually be available here, as I understand. If I remember correctly, every source is actually found in this application. The problem was just that it was slow. So let's see here. No. Manage install documents. And the question is, where is it to be found? Well, we know it is a book in English. Oh, here we go, Josephus. I actually have it installed. The complete work 1.1. I guess one of the problems when you have all these Bible things is that you have so many resources. But of course, that's great. It's nothing but just that is a lot. You need to find out what you actually need and what you don't need. I see here. There's actually 2 Josephus. Why is there 1 and 2? The life of Josephus. I actually have where we can go to different sections. Can I? No? Let's try section, whatever. And here it has written a lot in regards of Jewish understanding and so forward. Let's try English again. No, books and Josephus. Oh, we also have the Dedicate, seems. Dedicate English. Interesting. That's interesting as well if you need that. Okay. Here we have Luther's works. These are public domain thing. Let's try this one. Section whatever. 76. Let's see. I'm not sure in all these sections if the life of Flavius Josephus. Yeah, okay. As you can see, it's very smooth. It actually has become very smooth. So it actually becomes much more joyous to actually use and begin use. Maybe it's nice, but I'm still not sure in regards to Josephus thing here. What is actually because it's all called the life of Josephus, and then it has 76 sections, and then it has the antiquities of Jews and all that. Not sure how that works out here, because I have 2, and and it seems I only have the sections to 76. And that should be up here, right? In regards to 76. Let's see. There we go. But then Titus had composed. Okay, let's see if it's the same thing. But then Titus had composed the troubles of Judea. So where's the rest of it? That's a good question. No, I don't want to quit. Is it down here afterwards that it seems like actually now it begins the iniquities of the Jews, yeah. But it's not found in section 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. So no, it's only taking this is the whole there we go. So here we have chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's not really any names. Let's try 21. Concerning the violations of Dinah's chastity. Let's try number 22. Chapter 21, section 2. But it should be the same source. It's just some I'm just a little confused in regards of how it actually. Iniquities of the Jews, book 2. Okay, Iniquities of the Jews, book 2. So, book 2. They need a little work on these things. That's Jews, book 1, book 2. So at least we are in book 2. And what are we in book 2, chapter 5? Okay. So we're actually only like here. It seems to have been written a lot of things. One could probably learn a lot in regards to the Jews by reading these. History of the Jews, and it goes on to section 6. Then we go to Appian, against Appian, the War of the Jews. Okay. So again, it seems there must be a lot more down here if I want to get to that place. I'm not sure if... Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. It's just... Okay, it stops. Okay, so I can take it and then go down. It would have been nice if it just would have continued. But as you can see, Josephus has written a huge amount of material. And that's freely available. Again, here we have sections, book 4, section 13. No, it's just... I don't know. I'm not sure why there's 2 books either in my download, because it did seem like it was the same, didn't it? In regards to... And we also have a King James number 1 as well. I don't know, in regards to maybe it has downloaded it twice or something like that and put it in there. That might be the case. It doesn't really say how much the book is, but it looks like you have 76 sections, but you can go back, okay. And so the life of Josephus, the life of Josephus, the antiquity of the Jews, the war of the Jews against Appian, an extract of Josephus' discourse on the Greeks concerning something. But it seems like there must be more than... maybe those 2 I have installed is actually 2 different versions, but still much of the same material. Not entirely sure. I could try to delete them and install them again. Where are the Josephus? See here? No. That's Josephus 1. I think it's just the same. It just doesn't stay on the same place. And see, Josephus. It seems to be the same. But in any case, it seems to have, this application has really grown in regards of being fluid, and it's actually become pretty reactive. Even if I'm recording, it has become pretty good. Really good actually. It's I would say it has become pretty good. Bishop is still, I think, the most responsive of them. It's just totally insanely responsive. It's the most responsive Bible program I have. And Bible, I pretty much had and Bible because, it seems pretty good in regards to Josephus but it would be nice if I could actually just trade it off with a Bible time. But I'll guess they will have to grow a little more, but it looks really good. If I could have all the sources that I would normally have in one program and moved over to, I'm not sure there's actually anything in this program that I would miss. That is, but again, 3 different, open source programs that uses pretty much the same sources, but again, you still have variation in regards of what sources that you can use and this and that. Choose document. So you have strengths and weaknesses in them. To see if there's a lot of the other materials that I have no idea about and which probably should just be deleted, Instead of using time on all these, we want to use time on the Bible, right? We have the ESV 2011 in this version as well that I've downloaded apparently here that I also had in the other one. Again, I'm not sure that is actually necessary if I can just run it over here. And again, the less programs you have, the less confusion in regards of, learning another program and another program and all that. See a Bibles, English. Let's see. We actually have the ESV 2011. And that seems to look pretty good. And I don't think can I copy paste in this program? Well, that might be a problem if you can't copy paste. Can I do that in the other program? Let's just take Genesis. Can I? Yeah. That's, if I can't copy paste in the other program, that's kind of sad. So again, forces and weaknesses in the different. It seems like you actually have an intro here. I don't think you have the intro in the other application. No, you don't. You only have the. So again, forces and weaknesses in the different programs. I do wonder why you're not able to copy paste. Maybe there's a feature for it. Copy. Document. First, Genesis. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Genesis 1. I guess they're working a little on that. Let's try this and say okay. And then I can copy it. Okay. So I can actually just make one here and say paste. Of course, sadly this mobile program doesn't fix the text into white. Oh, there's more. It's very annoying that it actually could, it could fix the background and all that and remember that, but it can't remember any case, it seems to work pretty good actually. So the copy feature is there actually. So that's nice. So maybe I can actually exchange and Bible with Bible time. Maybe I should actually move this. There we go. Maybe begin to move it up there and maybe move this one over here. And Bible time might actually take over. Again, I need to look more into that. But again, if I can run all the things on this application, then I would rather have one application than 2 applications. But in regards to Josephus, seems to be still some issues in regards to the Josephus. But again, this program will probably become better as time goes. Again, they already have worked on a lot of things. So, so that's Bible time. Then we have My Sword. Maybe we should check that for the last part here. But that's the best application that is out there. But I do have Accordance. This is one of the big software companies that make Bible applications. Like Logos. You had three big Bible what is it called? Big Bible creators, Bible applications. And those 3 big Bible applications was Accordance, which in regards of Mac and so forward. So if you're into Mac and all that, you would probably like Accordance. I don't really like Accordance, but in regards to that design and all that. But in any case, on the you have the on Windows, and you also have it on Android. Then you have Logos, which is way too Catholic to me, and the focus that I actually have is in regards to the Bible. And then was BibleWorks, but they ended up closing, which is just very sad because that was the application that I had my eyes on in regards of buying at some point. And in regards to research the Bible and all that, that seems to be the software that would be the best and focusing on the text and so forward. Yet they closed it down. It's very sad. Yeah, but I have it because I bought Luther's work. And also the Peshitta, I thought the Peshitta would actually be in Hebrew letters for that price that they, and in regards of how they describe it and all that. But it's apparently only the New Testament that is in Hebrew letters. I have no idea why they would sell a version with Aramaic, letters instead of using the Hebrew. Because the Hebrew is the things that usually people know. It's still apparently in the process of being created and all that, and it's kind of slow. Like Logos, it doesn't. Well, again, it's on the same level of Logos in regards of being slow. Maybe a little less, but still, it doesn't seem to go in regards of loading and this and that. When you scroll. But it's still very slow, compared to some of the free applications. And I'm kind of, in regards of all the things that they're putting into it, and I'm still kind of a little confused in regards of where things are, and, all these things they put into the applications that I, probably don't need at all. That's a little confusing, as here we have text, and we have the Peshitta Old Testament. No, don't delete it. Which is tagged, but as you can see, the letters are Aramaic, and there are 3 or 4 ways of writing Aramaic letters and all that. And I did look into it to learn a little of the Aramaic letters, but I must say I've given a little up on that because just give me a break. Let me just have some Hebrew letters. How hard could it be to make it in Hebrew letters? And other people have complained about that on a forum as well. And it was not a cheap module. Again, it's still nice to have the Aramaic, so I can just look into if there's something. It will be a little slow process because I will. Oh, apparently it closed down. Again, it's still in the process of being made and so forward. So the only reason why I have it is pretty much because of I wanted an Aramaic module because there's not that much in regards to Aramaic, and I have bought something for another program in regards of that was a translation of Aramaic. But anyway, but they hadn't finished the so-called Old Testament. And of course, I have Luther's work that I paid for as well. So there are 2 things that I paid for that, that I, needed in regards of looking into. So that's the only reason why I pretty much have that. And and again, if I could have gotten my money back, I would have, in regards to the Aramaic and all that, seeing that there was no Hebrew. Now, but anyway, I have it now, so at least, but hopefully they will make an update in the future where you actually have Hebrew letters. It should be, it's the same letters, it's just with a different, so again, I think it's stupid. Then we have Hebrew Interlinear Old Testament, so-called Old Testament, Quick Bible, and Koine Interlinear New Testament. I think this one actually might be using, there are 2 different ways of Greek. There's the modern Greek, and then there's this so-called biblical Greek, which they have tried to reconstruct the Greek. It seems like it is actually using this this biblical Greek, as they call it, instead of actually the nowadays Greek, because I think the B is actually said as a V in the modern, and they say it as a B. So you can see Biblos, Geneseos, Jesu Christu, and then Hui or something like that, Daoud or Daid or something like that. It's a little hard. Maybe you should actually go to something that I might actually have a little better sense of in regards to the Greek. Say John 1:1. So in a he en o logos kai o logos en pros ton theon kai theos en o logos. Let's see, they say ho instead of o. And in a he en o, again ho instead of o, logos kai, and again o. I think as I understand it, in the modern day it's just o instead of what happened? Apparently I went to Luke in some way. So this is something I need to look more into in regards of if it's usable or something like that. If there is something in here that, but it's a nice setup, but sadly I think it's like the so-called biblical way of saying the things. It would have been nice if it just had the modern way. Pantadi, Atui, Egenito, Kai, Choris or something like that, Autoi, Egenito. Anyway, I have a long way in regards to the Greek, but at least it's going forward in regards to the letters and all that. Kai I zoi en top phos ton anthropon. And I actually have a New Testament that was freely available in modern Greek. And one can actually sit and listen to that while following along. But again, there's so many things to do and all that. But, a little here and a little there. And, at some point, hopefully it will be, coming along in regards of the Greek as well. Then we have Hebrew interlinear OT. Let's see. That's okay. I guess it's regards of the setup that I have pretty much, or maybe in regards of the noun, verb, noun, accent. I think it's accent or something like that. Noun, accent. I still have some problems in regards of what it actually, but noun, verb, noun, preparation or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Accent, I'm not sure about that either. But I think there are some videos over here in regards of Daily Dose of Hebrew where they talk about if it's this and that and all that. So I can probably learn something in regards to that. That seems like a scholarly, thing. Then there's the Daily Dose of Greek, but they use again the Old Greek, and I don't want to. Why would I learn the so-called Old Greek? They're not even sure if it's actually, and it's different than the nowadays Greek. So so that's a problem in regards of this one. But still able to pick up something in regards of it, but it's just a little annoying. So here we have Ha'aretz Hayita Tohu Vavohu, and it looks pretty. The setup is pretty good. I don't really think it might not be necessary for me because I do have other programs that could actually do what this already does. But you can push and says firmament, and among us, the problem is it actually removes it pretty quickly, and then you need to push it again. It's automatically removing it instead of just staying there. So that's kind of annoying. You also have these musical notes attached to the Hebrew, which, you have the Nikuds, which is in regards to the red letters and all that. That's fine, that's how it is. But then you have all the musical things, notes, and I have no idea why that would be important in regards of, something. Quick Bible actually doesn't, and that's the reason why I actually have this program. It's very nice setup. It's black and it's actually very readable. It's really nice. It doesn't have all these musical notes, so that's the reason why I have that. And it's also very fluent as well. It's very responsive. So that's pretty much the only reason why I have this program. Only for the Hebrew here. So yeah. Vahi ere vahi voka. If I could actually set that off in regards to where I could still do this without actually having, that would be nice. But I don't think that actually is. So people could, instead of actually just changing the page, that's kind of annoying. Nope. So I need to do it this way, but that doesn't really. So anyway, Vayoma Elohim Yehi Or Vahi Or Vaya Elohim et Haor Ki Tov Vayavdel Elohim Bein Haor Uvein HaHosech Vayikra Elohim Laor Yom Velach Hosech Kara Laila Vahi Ere Vahi Voka Yom Erad. So it's nice if you want to practice a little in regards to the reading without, without musical notes and, easily readable, and it's, the colors are pretty good in regards of, it's just nice. They really hit the nail on that. I just wish they would maybe have, in regards to the settings, so you wouldn't change page, so I could actually sit and do like this without changing the page. I can change the page up here, Why do I need it in regards of, just push up here? How, it's not that, actually it's weird that it actually goes this way and not this way, because in regards to this, you need to do this, but maybe it's fits. I don't know. Oh, okay, maybe it's fits. But I guess in regards of Hebrew, you might actually have gone in the other direction. Anyway, whatever. But it would have been nice if one could turn that feature off. And as I don't think you can at the moment. I could try to write to them in regards of it. Would be nice. But that's the only reason why I have Quick Bible. Again, I could do without it. I could just use my sword and all that. But again, the setup is just very nice, So that was the reason why I have that. Again, the Hebrew interlinear, I don't really need that either, because I think I actually have all the sources in the main program that I use. And that would be my sword Bible. And let's have a look at that. So this is the best application there is for Android. And that's pretty much. I hope some of these free applications becomes better over time. But the best application is just this. It's responsive. It's good. It has a lot of features. It's pretty much the best that there is. And as you can see. Have Greek source. I don't understand why they wouldn't make like you had Hebrew and Greek and English and all that. So it's just all over the place. And I've asked them why, it would have been nice if you could move them around so you could easily, know where they were, and, the English here and the Greek there and the Hebrew there. But you can do that in regards of comparing and all that and parallel. So I'm not sure why they wouldn't be able to do it in the menu, if you can do it. But you have a lot of features in this and a lot of Bibles and really powerful search tools. It is for free, but if you want all the features and all the themes and so forth. You need to pay for it, but or donate as they call it. But I used it like 2 years or something like that before I actually donated to them and got more of the features. It's not really necessary, except if you really want to do some deeper searches. For example, you can only get 100 search results in the. So you would need to know what you're actually looking for. It worked pretty good and all that, but if you want to dig deeper in it and have thousands of search results, you will have to donate to them. So just be aware of that. I don't really see it as a donation, but anyway, many, they will say, oh, it's a donation. Well, if I need to put money into something to actually get something, that's not a donation, that's buying something, so I saw another Christian ministry that actually ended up the state ending up saying, well, this is they said if you don't donate to them and all that, they would send this thing out to people. Well, the state overruled that and said this is not good. So now he just made it freely available, which I think is great, that he actually did that. I think that's the right way to do it. So anyway, and he put, I don't know, but anyway, let's see here, was it you have the Hey ISB, which I've used a lot. Now it does have its issues here and there, but it's free and it's a very powerful tool. I talked with one of those, the guy that made the program, but apparently he says there will not be any more fixes for the module or something like that. I don't know why they wouldn't want to, but maybe he's working on something else that is better. I'm not sure. But there are issues here and there where you can find mistakes, in regards of sometimes the translation and where you can see in the Hebrew what it actually says, and then you go down and then, there's a mistake or, anyway. So there are absolutely some issues here and there, but overall it's a, and it has the musical notes. Personally, I don't really care about the musical notes at all. I don't, it just makes more confusion. I think. So, but anyway, but it's a very powerful tool. You have, I think you also, maybe not here, noun, masculine, part of speech, noun, masculine. I'm not entirely sure if it actually have noun, feminine. Okay, if we go back to the other program, there we go, Hebrew Interlinear. And see, that's a noun, that's a verb. Okay, so, give me a break. So noun, verb, noun, and accent or something like that. Let's try. Noun, the noun, feminine, and the verb, yes. And the noun, yeah. And an accent. They don't really say anything, it seems, but no. See, sign of definite, direct object, not translated English, but general, preceding and indicating the accusative, whatever. Doesn't really, but let's see, Hashemayim, it says masculine, and of course that would be so masculine and noun and noun. So there's two nouns again. So that would be a noun and that would be a noun. Okay. Oh, a noun. That's okay. That's in regards to the Danish as well. Okay. So the earth, a noun, and was, that's a verb, and without form, a noun. Okay. Form, without form, to who, vavuhu, verosek. So we have like a preparation. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I need to look into more of this of these videos from this scholar, because again they use these different words and all that to understand what is going on with that. But it seems like I pretty much probably could throw that out. But you just have it easily available. That's pretty nice. Noun, verb, noun, noun, noun. I think preparation, noun, 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 noun. A verb, preparation, noun, noun, and so forward. But I guess many of the things, I should, Vayoma is a verb, God is a noun, okay. One God or one, more gods, is that a noun? Okay. I think in Danish it's like one or one. What is if it's plural? Can it be a noun if it's plural? More lights or something like that? Anyway, you have light, which apparently is a noun. You have a verb. You have a noun. You have a verb, noun, accent, I think it's or something like that. Noun, conjure or whatever. Adjective, verb, noun, preparation. I'm not sure I'm saying this totally correctly, but so I would need to look into more of the scholarly, and just get some teaching for. The nice thing is in regards of studying Hebrew or studying Greek and all that, you can use different programs and just build on the things that you already know. So that's nice. Play Hebrew. I should probably just throw that out, but anyway, Genicus is not having the Nikud, and you need to be online as well. Just tried it out and all that, and I do see it is making it fun in some sense. You can see the progress of others and all that, but the problem is that you don't have all the nikuds in the, and if you're trying to learn something, you want all the nikuds. There you go. Just fear, be afraid. That's probably yara or something. I'm not sure. Yira, I don't know. But the problem is there's no nikud, so I have no idea how to know to, if I didn't know the word, and I pretty much don't know the word, I wouldn't, here we go. You have the nikuds. Yelet, that's boy. Okay. So I know how it's pronounced. There we go. I don't know how that's pronounced. Yelet is boy. Teisha. I think it's Teisha in regards to the Shah, in regards to, that's 9. Again, no idea how it's said. So I can just look at it and okay. And that might be that. And then we have Teisha again. I think it's Teisha in regards to the shin. The shin can have like an is sound or a sh sound. And I have a way of forgetting what is what's like a relief, maybe? No, that's answer, humble, or press. Maybe it's anna, something like that. But you're just missing how you say it. And not every word have, some words actually have that. So I actually could have long press. Okay, let's try to enable it.
Shava.
Shava. So even if I don't have the nikuds here, I can actually find out.
Shava.
Shava. Okay, so Shava.
Shava.
So Shava. Okay. Af. There's no sound for this, but there's a nikud, so it's Af. Or Oof. I'm not actually. No, I think it's Af. Af. That's in regards to the dots and the. What is it?
Shava.
Shava, that's swear again. And again, you don't have the nikud, so here we have nose, anger, nose. So that's one of the problems I have with this application, that they don't have all the nikuds. But besides that, I'm not sure about the Greek either, in regards of if it's running the old way of saying it or the so-called biblical way of saying it, or if it's actually doing the modern Greek. I think it's doing the old, but I'm still trying to learn and listening to 1 John 5. If I can learn 1 John 5 and get some of the things in regards to the modern Greek, and then look at the biblical Greek, I will hopefully be able to, be easily picking up if it's the one way or the other. I have some difficulties with that at the moment. But anyway, this Bible application in regards of My Sword Bible is the best there is. If you want to do research and, and I have different Bibles. This is a Greek version. There you can see Enahi, Poisen, Oteos, Ton, Iranon, Kai, Tin, Gin, or something like that, Gien, Aratos, Kai, Akataskeiastos. Oh, that was a long word. Kai Skotos, Apano, and so forward. Anyway, you have another Greek one here, and that has in regards of preparation or whatever it's called. Do we actually have preposition? Oh, preposition. Preposition. So it's a preposition apparently. Nice. So it stands for noun in regards to the N, and case, dative, and singular and feminine. Again, I still don't really, that would probably be nice to know at some point if one is looking deeper into the material. But here we have the conjunction. Oh, it's conjunction or conjunctive particle, conjunction. So we have conjunction and preposition. Again, a little here and a little there, learning, as time goes. Then we have a Hebrew version here, if I remember correctly. Yep. And some information on that as well. Bereshit bara Elohim and so forward. We have another one. We just have the Hebrew. In beginning created gods, and they actually put the S like it's plural, because it is plural. Object marker, the heavens, they actually also translated in regards of plural. You see many of the translations translating heaven singular when it's actually plural, and it hash aretz. So again, gods in plural, really nice. And plural again, and they continue to do that, so that's very nice job. I think it's, I'm thinking of just if you actually just translate it plural, you get some interesting things, showing in regards of the plural God's spirit hovering over the water. Well, if you have plural gods, you have the Father and the Son and the Spirit hovering over the waters. Anyway, so this is, free as well. Free, all the tools are free here. I don't have the Aramaic that costs money installed, but I do have some Aramaic modules that are taken out because I had issues with the program having some issues, and I tried reinstalling it and reactivating it, and it was a mess to get. But anyway, I really hate all these, safety things of, trying to this and that and all that. But anyway, I've taken the Aramaic modules out now, and I'm not sure if it actually, does it at the moment, but sometimes it would, give me like, then I would need to restart the program and on blah, blah, blah. And I think it might be the Aramaic modules that have had an issue, and I was running some beta modules as well. So think that might have been the thing that actually made the problem, but I'm not sure. I have to, use it a little more. Here we have an English version that actually have the name of God inserted, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Yehovah. Still not plural in regards of gods, but at least they put in the, the name of Yehovah. We have the Webster translation as well. I'm not sure how important that actually is. Wycliffe is an interesting one. I just have the modern version because the Old English is just it's a lot harder to read for sure. But I think he translated from the Latin, so this is like from the Latin translation, and I think he does it pretty good in regards of translations. So I have that VPNT, not that's the New Testament apparently. I think there was something in regards of some. This is a woman that translated the whole Bible. She has a weird way sometimes of writing but anyway, Jehovah again. She puts in Jehovah, so I have that as well. But overall, the English versions is pretty much secondary to the Greek and the Hebrew and the Aramaic. So of course that's the three main things that, and the Samaritan version and so forward and all that. And not really the translations, but sometimes it's nice to be able to look in the English as well to get some ideas of looking at what they had of things have had to say about it. But again, primarily it's the Greek, the Hebrew, and the Aramaic, and the different sources to see what is actually found. That is of my interest. If I'm going to try to make a new translation at some point, I don't know. It will be a huge work, and who knows how far I'm going to get with it. But little by little, growing in these different languages. We'll see. Again, some of the other books that I have of Bibles in regards to the Coptic and the Geacs was in regards of actually looking to see if I can find out what those translations actually say, because it's they translated from one language to another and all that, and see if it's nice to have more witnesses in regards of seeing if they are in agreement. Because if you have like 5-6 manuscripts that are totally in agreement, that's a good thing, right? But if you have an issue one of the places, then you might actually be able to just by the context and in regards of looking at other manuscripts to actually see what is actually probably the real so. Didn't I have other languages? Maybe it was. That's the problem with have so many programs. Let's see here. No. Geneva. No. Where could it be then? I thought I had some more languages in regards of. Oh, we have that's a Coptic. Geas. Greek, Hebrew, Latin. Of course, the Latin, we have the Latin to check as well. There are the Waldensians Bibles that it seems like the scholars are hiding away. As I understand it, in the beginning of the Reformation, they had 6 or 8, I think it was 6, but I'm not, 6 or 8 Waldensians Bibles to their disposal, or at their disposal. And the question is, where are those? And why don't we have them in the Bible applications? I've heard of one where it's like they've hidden it away in the background and only the scholars are allowed to look into it. And I'm like, why are you not getting it out to the public? All these people that just controls the information are just getting so tired of it. It's the people that needs, to get the information out to the people and let them do the research in regards to these things and look into. Don't keep the information for yourself. The same thing in regards of having these books and all that cost immensely an amount of money to get. It's like, what shall the man that doesn't have that much money actually do, to get the information? Of course, there's the libraries, but choose documents. Here we go. Coptic, GX. Oh, Malayalam. Not sure why I actually would have been downloading those in those two programs and not actually having the last one in regards of. There's not the Malayalam apparently in. Let's see if we can download it. Added. No, not added. Parable. Manage installed documents. And of course the question is what it is, but it has to be a Bible. Okay, we have Hindu. Yeah, we have something in regards of Malagasy. Shouldn't it be actually here? Malayalam. Malayalam. It doesn't seem to be here, but let's see. No, not either. Apparently some Norwegian as well is coming about. Okay, Peter. Some German. I don't know where I got the other one from, but it should be here somewhere. Apparently I haven't found it. I would think it would be in the cross wire thing. But didn't really look like it. Oh well. I'll have to look into that at some point. Again, if I'm going to delete one of the applications, then you have the Coptic, you have the GIAS, and you have the Malayalam. And again, I would need help in regards to these languages, and also to actually in regards to the background on these documents. And of course, there's different documents and different, just because one line is Greek doesn't mean it's the same, just because it's a Greek document, you have variations of the Greeks, and you probably also have variations in regards to the GIAs. But in regards to the GIAs, these are actually said to be some really, really old documents in regards to, I think it was in regards to the New Testament. So this will be future interesting things to look into. But that seems to actually, like, Latin is like more like a language for the priest. So it seems to be in some sense, not totally dead language, but not really used in public, more used in as the priest and in regards to scripture and all that. But again, if people don't understand what is, what is being said, what's the point, Then you have Coptic, you have Malayalam. So again, these are, some extra witnesses that if one can find some old documents in regards to this, having been translated from whatever the Hebrew or the Greek and all that, having some more testimonies in regards of, there might be some interesting Hebrew documents as well. We had a Jew that did a lot of research on that and made his own Bible version and all that. But anyway, I guess that's it for the Bible applications that I have on my mobile. I do, as you can see, have in regards to the Psalter thing here and a Bible history game thing. I have a question game in regards of if you have read Genesis, you can do a questioning. I haven't really used much time on that yet. But that's like having like a school thing going on, I guess. Start. And you can say Old Testament, and you can say Genesis, or Bereshit in Hebrew. And then you can say test 1, test 2, test 3, and so forward. And so mode question response or exam mode. I know it's a little slow, probably because I'm recording. So you have 20 questions. To pass the test, you must hit 18 questions. Okay, so let's see. From what place did Avram actually, that's the thing with the English names, and you have the Danish names that's different and all that, instead of just using the Hebrew names. And Terah depart as they went to the land of Canaan. So from what place? Well, they went from Ur. Okay. Apparently it doesn't give me the response at the moment. So what Genesis? What was the name of the city where God confused the languages? Babel. Genesis. Who was Nimrod? A mighty hunter, according to the King James Version, I think it is. What sign did God give that he will never again destroy the earth? Well, a rainbow. So what bird was first sent from the ark? It was a raven. Genesis. Where did the ark rest after the waters receded? Oh, Mount Ararat, I think, yeah. And I think that is actually in Iran, not in Turkey, But anyway, if you see the Bible, it says to the east. So where's to the east from the area in regards of Babel and all that? Well, that would be, to the east, not to Turkey, And you have a lot of mountains to the east from that area, so how many of each kind of unclean animals was Noah to bring? Well, one pair, but I would say 2, but it's still. And how many of each kind of unclean animal was Noah to bring into the ark? Well, 2. Well, that is one pair, but that's a little hard, because again, are we talking in regards of a pair? How many animals? So let's see the next one. How many doors were in the ark? 1. Who was the son of Noah? Japheth was one of the sons. Oh, I also have one of these trick. All other answers are correct, for example. But Enoch was not a son, and Lamech was not a son. Which man lived the longest? Adam, Lamech, Enoch, or Methuselah? Well, that was Methuselah. He nearly lived 1,000 years. 970 something. Anyway. Noah lived 950. Enoch was taken. Lamech, I don't remember Lamech. Who was Lamech? Anyway, whatever. What unusual thing happened to God took him in regards of Enoch? What son was born to replace Abel? Well, that was Seth. Yeah. Now, what son was born to replace Abel? Oh yeah, Abel is getting killed by Cain, and then you have Seth. Yeah. Who said, "I am my brother's keeper"? Who said, "Am I my brother's keeper"? Oh yeah, that's Cain. Actually, in the Hebrew, there seems to be missing some of the story in regards to that. Of course, it can be inserted again, but what promise was made regarding the seed of the woman? It will bruise the serpent's head. After disobeying, how did Adam and his wife cover themselves? With fig leaves, according to the King James Version, in any case. Which tree was Adam not to eat? Of the tree of knowledge, or tree of knowledge of good and evil, yeah. Of what did God make a woman? Of the rib of the man. What did God do on the 7th day? He rested. Okay, so this is like a trick question, All other answers are incorrect, okay. How did God describe his creation when he saw everything that he made? That it was very good. wasn't it? In regards to when you saw that. Yeah, very good. Okay. On which creative day did God make the sun, moon? That's number 4. Actually, he made the moon, and I think in regards to the Hebrew, when you see the King James version, it's like I think they missed something in regards to the moon, and it's the moon and the stars. It's not like, and he also made the stars. It's like, he's in regards to the night. That's in regards to the moon and anyway, whatever. Okay, let's finish. What? So what question did I have wrong in regards to the pairs of the animals or what? Let's see what I have wrong. Yeah. Let's have the one that I don't have right. Why is it? How did God describe his creation when he saw everything that he made? Your answer is very good. The answer is good. What? Didn't he say it was very good? Okay, that seems to be. Let's see here. King James. And God saw that. Let's see. And we're not ashamed. So that sticks. Okay. No. Okay, we need to. Oops. There we go. See here. There we go. What does it say here? Very good. And God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the 6th day. So I was right. The program is wrong. Your answer is very good, and the answer is good. How did God describe his creation when he saw everything that he had made? Well, he's seeing everything and God saw everything that he had made. That's pretty much, they have made that's a problem there. That's bad. So here we have an issue. So I actually got 20 out of 20. The program is problematic apparently. So I guess they made a mistake, but this is the first test of many. So they say there's an error. Number of questions. How did God describe his creation when he saw everything that he made? Anyway, I had another Bible program also. They also made mistakes of some of the things. And, when you're making a trivia, you should, or test thing and all that, you should be correct. And you should have tested the things and checked them and so forward. Anyway, but it was, kind of, I guess it could be interesting to just go through it. After each book, after you read each book, you could do, a test. I have Jewish timeline, Bible maps, King of Israel. I'm not sure. In regards to the Psalter 1 and 2, I'm not sure if I actually need that to anything. I have a songbook as well from the US in regards to the Psalter, in regards to singing the Psalms, because I was focused on in regards of the Psalms. But if there was be some idea in regards of making them, making it able to sing them and all that. But of course, making a song in regards, you have some differences in regards of making a song and making a direct translation, So you have to be able to sing it on your language, right? So sometimes you need to make some compromises in regards of actually making it, when you translate from one language to another. Bible history game, I remember there was an issue with that, at least one as well in this program. But yeah, I can't remember what it was, but I have Sepharia, but that's primary because this is Jewish sources. And primarily I have this because it have the Targums. I'm not sure if the Targums are actually available in other applications, but at least it is here. And when it's like Jewish, Jewish books, the Tanakh, that's in regards to the so-called Old Testament, the Mishnah, the Talmud, the Midrash, the Halakha, the Kabbalah, that's just keep away from that, liturgy, philosophy, Tanitiki, and more. Of course, the things that I'm interested in, the Apocrypha as well. I wonder if they actually have it in Hebrew. Book of Jubilees, okay. Book of Maccabees, letter of Aristeas, I don't know what that is. That might be interesting, who knows. It's not all that is translated from the Hebrew, but, some of it are. So you have the Hebrew, and then you have the translation underneath it. Where's the not the Talmud. What was the thing that I was into? The Targums. What are the Targums? Maybe it's in the Mishnah in regards to the Targums? No. I can't remember. Tanakh? Oh, here we go, maybe. Yeah, here, Targums. Yeah, Targum here. So it's in regards of the Torah, you have the prophets and all that, writings, and then you have the Targums. I know that accordance have something you can pay in regards to the Targums and all that. But again, you can easily use a huge amount of money on these things. And And it's not so much resources that I have so much of, But anyway, I have some sources that I'm interested in for sure in regards of some other things, and but this is free as well, so you could go in and you can look at Targum, whatever, Onkelos and Onkelos Genesis. And again, some of them are not translated, these Targums, but some of them are. As you can see, here we have some of them translated and some of them not translated. Here we go, and should be Aramaic actually, this thing. But it's in Hebrew letters, and here you see the short form of the name of God, Yod Yod. They have this weird thing in regards of, like representing two lights or whatever. They have you have so many things, that. But as you see, they translate as, Lord God, instead of actually to the name of God. Jewish traditions and actually also Christian traditions, which, of course, traditions is just something you throw in the trash. All those stupid traditions. When the name of God is in the Bible, you write the name of God. You don't put in a title. But anyway, I guess this will probably also be better. I'm not sure how many are working on this. But a great source as well. And again, free. You have the Tanakh, you have the Mishnah, you have the Talmud. I don't know that much in regards to all these things, but I know that the Talmuds have sources, interesting sources here and there that might be, the Talmud has also been censored in some of the things in regards of Yeshua. There was another source that was interesting that I got from, but anyway, there are so much information out there, so much that you want to study here and there, and actually that you would wish that you had actually had heard, or being taught from your childhood and so forward. I think we came through it all. Again, in regards of Sefaria, it's free. Of course, if one had some of the Targums in accordance, then yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I have both programs. So, but maybe in regards to the Hebrew Interlinear and the Kony Interlinear, those two I might get rid of. The Quick Bible, again, is just a very nice, it just looks very nice in regards to the Hebrew. So, if when you come to the stage of actually being able to, at least read some in regards to the Hebrew, it's nice. It's very nicely done. Very nicely done. But it doesn't have anything that you can actually, you can't really see. If you have a problem with a word, you can't just push it and see what it actually means. So it's. But in regards of how it looks, and yeah, it's just wonderful. Works very nicely. But these two I could probably delete. Yeah. Less is better. I had a huge amount of programs in regards of learning Hebrew as well, and I've deleted some of them. There are two Greek programs that are very nice in regards of learning the letters. One is actually not found on App Store anymore, apparently. You need to go to Google for that. Let's see if I can find... what is it called? Greek letters. And Android. See if I can find it in the pictures. At least last time I think I needed to find it someplace else than Google Store. Okay, this is one of the programs that you can actually find that on Google Store, but that's not what I'm looking for. I should have made a backup out of it. But it is in regards of learning the Greek letters. It was a wonderful program for learning, and it was free. I had a woman saying the letters when you pushed on them. Well, this was the way I found it last time on the computer. Apparently, a little harder than. But the other program is this one that is actually also showing, and that's a wonderful program as well. And you both have the modern and you have the so-called biblical, whatever. And this is, and you have the Rama and all that. I don't know if they have updated it since I used it, because it looks a little different, at least on this image. Let's see here. Maybe they have gotten sound in it as well. Let's see, Greek letters. There we go. See, the images looks pretty standard. And you have like this, you have Pit C, and you just push the... It's great if you want to learn the Greek letters. Hate the advertising, but if you have an ad blocker, that will help on that. But so if you want to learn Greek, that's a way to go in regards to the letters. I don't think it has pronunciation like, in voice. That would actually be a nice addition, I guess. Saying the letter every single time, that would actually maybe be a very nice addition to the application. But I have the other program that actually did that, and it was free as well. Sadly, I can't find it at the moment, but I did find it, on Google, and installed it last time, and then deleted it again because I didn't really think that it was necessary anymore. That I actually had gotten, but I have a way of forgetting anyway in regards of. But yeah, the other Greek program that you saw was, it's fun. You can sit there and it's kind of fun actually. They have made it so it's fun to learn the letters. So that's always a good thing when you have the fun factor. Let's see here, letters. So absolutely would. I just installed it. Let's see. Let's have a quick look on it. Boom, 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 boom. Then I have Hebrew Perfect Devarim, Hebrew flashcard. That's in regards to the Hebrew letters. Again, unhelpful. And sometimes I use it in regards to the Nikud, so I haven't deleted it, even if I pretty much know the letters now, but I'm still struggling with the Nikuds. So this application actually can help you in regards of the alphabet, and you can go into vowels, and then you can see, these different Nikuds, and here we have the final forms of 5 of the letters. I don't know why they would do that either. You don't have that in the old old Hebrew. As far as I know, you don't have it at all. You don't have it in the pictograph, and you don't have it in the other. Anyway, so I think this is just stupid in some sense to have these. I don't see the necessity to have them. And the same thing, the Aramaic has them as well, but I guess they might actually have gotten them from the Aramaic. I don't know. But in any case, doesn't make it easier for the person to actually, so yeah. Let's see, what do we have more? Play Hebrew. Drops is having. I don't. They had the fun factor, but I think they destroyed the fun factor. And I wouldn't have. If I had just waited a month, I would never have paid for that application, because they updated it after I paid for it. And the update I think it's, the fun factor was ruined for me in regards to that. Genescos have some fun factor, but again, you don't have all the Nikuds. And by the way, you have some problems in regards to drops as well, in regards of, not hearing Hebrew. There's some issues. I can't remember that, but there's some things that I'm having issues with. Hebrew Perfect is actually, I haven't used it that much, but it's a higher level thing. It's kind of rough, but you have both the sound and you have practice.
Az, el, at, ata, bevakasha.
So you both have the Nikuds to say how bevakasha. You have the way of
Bevakasha.
checking it, and that's pretty good. And then you have the exam afterwards, but it's not easy. It's not easy. But I guess the more that I will, I guess I will get more into that. Has a lot of it costs money, so it's not free. But besides being kind of, you need to be at the stage of being able to read the letters and all that. It seems to be, but I'm getting there. So I guess it doesn't really have so much fun factor, but at least it has the Nikuds and it has the sounds. So that's pretty good. Then you have Devarim. I paid for that as well. And it has the Nikuds in the Hebrew. So that's nice. But I don't think it has the voice. But besides Hebrew, it also has Greek and has Latin and it has Aramaic. But the Aramaic, it has the problem of not having all the Nikuds in the Aramaic. So this program could absolutely be updated on some things, that's for sure, and made better. But at least he made the Hebrew have all the Nikuds. So that's nice, but needs to work on the Aramaic as well. And he has numbered the Hebrew letters, and I think he should have numbered them true in regards of Strongs. So I tried writing to him, but anyway. So again, I use this sometimes. Then we have the dose of Hebrew, dose of Greek. But again, this Greek is the biblical Greek thing. And this one, I'll probably look into a little more. Play Hebrew, I paid for that. Don't buy it. It's pretty much, it's really bad. But it has some issues in regards of actually fixing Hebrew letters and all that. So drops, I probably wouldn't buy that either, if you're going for the biblical Hebrew, because it has a lot of Hebrew words and all that, but it's I think there's some issues. Ginekos, again, you have some issues in regards of not having all the Nikuds, which is very annoying. And that's, you have free programs that don't have the Nikuds, where you have words that is missing the Nikuds. And if you're learning something, you want the Nikuds, It's just stupid, and not having them. And Devarim, I paid for that, and they have all the Nikuds. So that was a nice, absolutely a nice thing if one have the money for it in any case. And you set up the application, running the 100 most used words or whatever, and take it from there. You have this you have different modes as well to go through. You can Hebrew and start new session. And then you can see mode over here. You have the normal mode, infinite, slideshow, and multiple choice. Multiple choice, that pretty much is the funny one, I guess. Where you have some fun mode and some, let's see here. How many words do I have? Let's just keep it 200. So minimum, then I still have 404 words. Okay, that seems a little too many, but let's try it out. So here you see all the Nikuds is there, and then you need to take a selection. So that would be Nagad, and I have no idea. Apparently I chose wisely. There's no sound, so that's sad. And here's the number down here, and I think you should have put strong numbers instead. There we go. To pasture. The question is if that's actually Maase or Maose. Because sometimes it's, regards of, I would think this one. Okay. But again, what is missing in this program is the voice. It would be nice to have the voice being played. If you want to check it out anyway, that would have been a nice addition. Makom. 2 towards, yes. Af is nostril. Gala, that's a good question. Oh, no idea. Let's try that. Okay. And you have something in regards to the P and the he and all that. I don't know. The Q and the E, ni, and I can't really, Kasa. No idea. Nope. So I choose poorly and all that. Anyway, the program is pretty good, but there could absolutely be improvement to it, that's for sure. Yeah. But hopefully as time goes, things will come up. There we go. There. Anyway, I think we pretty much went through it all. Oh yeah, no. You also have, besides the Bibles, you have commentary, which I really don't use that much. Dictionary. You have a lot of dictionaries. You have Webster, you have WordNet 3, and then you have other things. And you have so many things, so I haven't checked everything. And you have book as well. A lot of things that I haven't checked either, because it's mainly the Bible that is my interest. I guess if they had some Jesuit books, maybe, I don't know. But anyway. But this is primarily the place I'm at. And then you also can look things up, like search, why is it like search, maybe? Dictionary? I can't remember. But it's sometimes since I really, and I have a way of forgetting, because there's so many things. My brain is pretty much overstrained. And by the way, if anyone is looking for an application that can remove advertising on your mobile, this is open source and it's free. One can donate to him if one has the resources for it. But this is just a wonderful application. I've been very, very happy about this. My phone is not rooted or anything like that. It can run without root, and you can get a lot of the advertising away. Some programs is pretty hard to, Videoda, for example, also have a lot of spyware, and I really shouldn't have it on my mobile. I should actually delete it. And that's the only program, as far as I know, that has spyware in it. So on my mobile, everything else is deleted. I don't want any application that has spyware in it. Merriam-Webster and Webster Dictionary, I wouldn't buy those because they have spyware in them. The old versions don't have that, but the newer versions have. Web Audio, I would, that's my main English book. They had another icon, but because of Google, apparently they had to change it. But I don't, they had the best icon on my phone, I think. And, and I've complained to the programmer about this, it's just a blue, blue icon that is pretty boring, And the other icon they had was just the best icon that I had on the phone, and I had gotten used to it. So this blue thing is disappointing because pretty much everything in the application was pretty much perfect. I didn't really have any complaints, besides in regards of having, I would have liked to see that it could store more recent words, have a bigger history of that. But besides that, it was pretty perfect. And you need to pay for it if you want to have the sound. You can get the free version without the sound. So that would be my suggestion. And also when you copy something and you go directly into it, it locks it up. I don't know in regards of those Merriam-Webster's in the new editions, but again, I don't like having spyware in applications that I paid for. So, and of course, you get it 1 star when such things happens. So, that's pretty much. I have a Danish, English, a Danish, another English. Yeah, anyway. I think I'll stop now. We got around much of it, I think. So, have a good one. May Jehovah bless you. May Yeshua be that most precious pearl, and the Spirit of truth be in us all. Amen.